All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. All eyes on me.
Round 3 of the Ninja A-League kicked off with Canberra United travelling to Service FM Stadium to take on Adelaide United. Both sides were searching for their first win of the campaign, sitting on 1 point each after their opening 2 matches. The OC unit stuck with the same side that drew last week against Sydney FC, with defender Holly Murray set to earn her 50th cap in the league, 47 of which were for Canberra. Anthony Jagranek made 2 changes to his starting 11, bringing in Tegan Bertolicio and Mary Stanich-Floody, while striker Michelle Heyman was hoping to build on her incredible record of 23 goals in 25 games against the Reds.
They both played finals last season after finishing in the top 6. And an early touch here for Mary Stanich-Floody means Michelle Heyman has a cause to go and chase in the early minutes of this game. And the chance to cut it back here to Chiara Di Demizio. An early shot. What a start for Canberra. 28 seconds on the clock, and Chiara Di Demizio with a bending shot from the edge of the area. Her first goal in Canberra colours, and an ideal start for the visiting team.
It's a dream start for Canberra United.
Murray's pass. Condon breaks right. Emily Condon. There's the goal Adelaide needed, and Emily Condon provides it. They've waited 2 games and 23 minutes, but the Reds are level, and it's 1-1.
Well, team connections there, a centering ball from Heyman.
Now the corner, met first time, off the inside of the post. Canberra have hit the woodwork in their search to go back in front. Here's the moment of truth for Emily Condon. It's low, it's scuffed, and it's just wide. May not have been the prettiest free kick, but it was very nearly effective. So the subs watch on as Condon swings the corner into the near post. And up and under header from Sasaki, and it's loose in the box and over the bar from Adriana Taranto, and that should have been Adelaide in front at the break. The skipper plays it to Erin Healy. Healy with an attempt. Wow.
Fine bit of goalkeeping.
Corner taken quickly, and James again gets a big hand up. The follow-up shot saved into the crossbar, and Sally James clasps on. They'd love to spend some time down in attack, and Olasino can create right here. A sweeping ball, Heyman in on Jenkins. Stanich-Floody, and it's wide. Jenkins was down and out. Stanich-Floody perhaps not to know. Taranto shrugs Sasaki, is going to shoot from distance. Hits the crossbar on its way over. Near post, flicked in, Adelaide in front. It's been coming, and they get their reward. 1 set piece too many, and Matilda McNamara stooping to the header. Oh, pass out into open field. Malone round the corner. Sienna Dale herring after the ball. She's clattered, and the referee says all ball.
Oh, so right, she does. All ball.
Dorber set into space. Cross to Wirtz, and out next to the post. Adelaide United are on the winners list. And coming off their most successful season last campaign, they have, at the 3rd time of asking, kick-started the new season. And in a game where familiar faces went up against their old side for the first time, it's Emily Condon who proves the match winner, a goal and an assist, and Matilda McNamara, a great degree of redemption for her. A couple of headers in the first 2 rounds that went begging. Not tonight. She was able to not in. And even though Canberra led in the opening 30 seconds of the action, Adelaide have come from behind, and they will feel it's no less than they deserve, being able to build to a first win of the season. The full-time score at Service FM Stadium, Adelaide United 2, Canberra United 1.
Sydney FC hosted Perth Glory at Leichhardt Oval for a fixture that has been very one-sided in recent years. The Sky Blues hadn't been beaten by their opponents in the league since 2020, although Glory were hoping to capitalise on the home side's recent vulnerability, as Sydney still searched for their first win of the season. Ante Juric made 3 changes to his squad from last week, with Tiana Robertson, Abby Lemon and Maddie Caspers all starting, while Stephen Peters brought in Susan Fonson-Cam to the starting 11 for Perth.
Could be a big turning point in this match. Here comes Sydney FC. Tanner, Riley Tanner, fancy feet into side netting. The 26-year-old Panama international, giving us a glimpse of what she can do. And that was a miss from Zog. Advantage played, Hawkesby! Over the crossbar. A big opportunity. Tova, little 1-2 with Fonson-Cam, still Tova. Emma Tova winds up! Off the upright, and the follow-up from Johnston into the gloves of Tiana Robertson. That is the closest that either side have come.
What a great strike here by Tova. She lines it up, puts her foot through it, and was unlucky not to go into the back of the net there.
Fonson-Cam, wonderful save from Robertson. It had to be good at her near post. She keeps the scores level. Here's the resulting corner into the mixer, the header. Just over the crossbar, Julia Sardo. She came close from a set piece early in the game and she's come close there. Sydney FC in a transition of their own. Tanner, get back to that. Tanner on the edge of the area. Cutting inside, still Tanner looking for the cross. Tanner, the cutback, and in! Sydney FC have their goal. Bianca Galich with the opener. Her first goal in sky blue colours. The home side take the lead. And help keep their team focused. Hawkesby over the top to Caspers. Still Caspers. Maddie Caspers with the strike. Palmed away by Dallas State. Maddie Caspers finding the opening and almost finding a second goal for Sydney. Intercepted high by Caspers. Hawkesby out to Tanner. Riley Tanner makes it 2 for Sydney FC. Riley Tanner scores her first goal in the Ninja A-League. And Sydney FC make their dominance count. Hawkesby out wide to Cassar. Amelia Cassar. Her shot saved. The teenager looking to score her first Ninja A-League goal. Just couldn't quite get it to the side of Dallas State. Caspers in behind for Halmerick. Sky Halmerick, deflection onto the post. And that will be the final action of this afternoon's clash. Sydney FC get the 3 points, a 2-0 victory over Perth Glory. It was a game that Perth Glory will rue after dominating much of the first half. It was Sydney FC who turned it around in the second with goals to Bianca Galich and a goal and an assist for Panama international Riley Tanner, making her mark on the Ninja A-League, putting down a marker for what might be to come. Full time at Leichhardt Oval. It is Sydney FC 2, Perth Glory 0.
Central Coast Mariners travelled to the home of the Matildas to face Melbourne Victory in a rematch of the 2025 Grand Final. Whilst the home side were looking for revenge after their shootout loss, they went into the match as favourites, with the Mariners having not beaten the Victory over 90 minutes since 2009. Jeff Hopkins stuck with the same 11 that won 4-1 last weekend against the Wanderers, and despite coming off a 4-0 loss to Melbourne City, Corey Babington only tinkered with his bench.
Not on cue, Grace Maher with a long ball and an ankle tap, even though the shot went wide from Kennedy White. That was well played by Barwick Gray. Policina to Furphy, and now Victory have broken the back line. Furphy in behind, and a unkind ricochet, big block from Prakash to deny Policina. And the shot from Janchevski goes wide left, and of all the players today that are going to be motivated to make amends for last season, it's Alana Janchevski. Janaea Dos Santos on the move. No one else really getting forward in support here, so Dos Santos decides for the element of surprise and didn't strike it sweetly enough, and it was probably sliding wide. It is going to be right foot, and Langman combining with King. Is it offside from the initial free kick though? So rather than behind for a corner, the Mariners will be able to clear after no harm done. Furphy now has made ground into the box. Policina is a great exponent of the long shot. Policina wide to the right, and in game 100 in the Ninja A-League, Rihanna Policina comes close. The trainer needing to be called. Victory pressing forward. Rachel Lowe has given the defence the slip. Langman out, great one-on-one save. The follow-up is in. Victory score. And in game 100, Rihanna Policina salutes. Great initial play from Rachel Lowe to break the back line and stay onside. And even though there was a good save, Rihanna Policina did the rest.
Well, let's have another look at this one. A goal in her 100th game for Policina.
Coco DeCipio waiting for the run on the outside of Lorena Bauman, but sends it further afield. Gomez, and she's nudged over by Bunge, outclaimed Newbon with the ball. Claudia Bunge taking a bit of a risk there on Izzy Gomez. Gomez comes through for the Mariners. Gomez clips it on. Bauman has got forward, cuts it back. Tamar Levin, a couple of touches, no thought of a shot initially. And then when she does shoot, blocked away by Grace Maher. Krasula, Martin making width over on the right. Annabelle Martin's going to whip it in here. And it bounces through the penalty area after Rasmussen got nothing but fresh air. Tamar Levin was the first time shot on offer there.
Now here's the ball in from Annabelle Martin, and it's inches off Annalise Rasmussen there.
Melbourne Victory do get the win in the grand final rematch. It might not be the trophy, but in season 2025-26, it is a step in the right direction for the runners-up. And the Mariners, consecutive trips to Melbourne, consecutive defeats, a lot closer today, but ultimately not able to find the back of the net. And the Victory defence stands tall once again. Another clean sheet in the books for Kayla Morrison and company. And on the occasion of her 100th game, Rihanna Policina proves to be the match winner. Victory able to get a measure of revenge, as the full-time score is Melbourne Victory 1, Central Coast Mariners 0.
Newcastle Jets travelled to Potato Park on Sunday to take on the Wellington Phoenix. Beth Priestman was looking to get her opening win in the league, whilst the Jets were aiming to pick up their first back-to-back away victories since April 2024. Nepalese international Sabitra Bhandari was a late withdrawal from injury and was replaced by Emma Main, whilst Pia Flock was set to make her starting debut for the Knicks. Meanwhile, club legend and captain Cassidy Davis returned to the Jets lineup for the first time this season.
Samba, Nepalese international, missing from today, and we're yet to see Lucia Leon as an opportunity here early. And is it off the line? Goal's been given, and it's Brooke Nunn who reels away in celebration, and the Phoenix have an early lead. Well, no VAR. Excellent work on the far side by the assistant referee to signal the goal, and the home side send the Porirua Park faithful into a frenzy early. Matches against the Matildas as a ball into the area. Main was just able to crane that neck and get a connection on, but no power. Although Lancaster on the far side has done ever so well to keep that in play. Well, a clash in the middle. Anne-Marie Kiley has pointed to the spot. Penalty conceded. It's Melina Ayres with the opportunity to equalise. And she sends Essen the wrong way. The Jets are back in the match. Well, as you say, Priscilla, somewhat against the run of play. Phoenix looks like they've found another gear. Great delivery. Jale. Oh, well, the rebound came back to Jale. She swung the left foot. Didn't get a connection at all. Just knowing when to press or when to stay compact. As the ball slipped through. Nunn took a touch when perhaps the shot was on. Leeds floundering. And in the end, Nunn almost got caught in two minds between whether to drive at the near post or try and dink it in the top. In the end, floats harmlessly wide. Jale and Bott as a shot. Great save. Well, Anna Leet with a superb top hand save. That was creeping in the corner. Strike is a good one. And just past the upright. Jale, towering header. And away go the yellow and black of Wellington. Hearing forward is Mania Elliott. Here's the ball into Elliott's path. First touch. Just took her away from goal, and excellent cover defence by Claudia Chico. With the repeat dose into the area. Dangerous ball. And up and away. Well, the big chance for me was on the back post. But the final whistle sounds at Porirua Park. This one ends in a draw. Honours even. Wellington Phoenix 1, Newcastle Jets 1.
It was a top versus bottom of the table clash to finish off the round as Brisbane Roar hosted Western Sydney Wanderers at Spencer Park. Alex Smith's side came into the fixture hoping to continue their perfect start to the campaign, whilst Jeff Abraham's team were still looking for their first points. Tamika Yallop started for the Roar for the first time this season after recovering from a serious hamstring injury and was handed the captain's armband. Sonny and Talia Yunus were promoted to the 11 for the Wanderers.
Sonny delivering the ball central, it's cleared away. Now Janssen up to Quilamu. Grace Quilamu, she's got wheels, she's got pace. Quilamu! It's just about saved by Karmas, who tells everyone to just calm down. There's a nice switch of play. Sending off Matos. Matos' delivery beat everyone. That is the closest that either side have come. Hand side of theirs, the Wanderers. It's intercepted in midfield by Janssen, but fantastic work from Harada to win it back. Harada releases Sonny. Perhaps a little bit of a tight angle. She finds some space. Good save, Lincoln. Here they are looking to create another chance. Sonny with the strike. Always rising over the crossbar. Harrison looking for the spectacular from distance. Oh my word. Amy Harrison comes centimetres away. Amy Medwin. Still Medwin taking the space for the Roar. In for Fryer. Once again, just over the crossbar. Has made it her mission to keep pace with Fryer, and now here's the Wanderers up the other end. Sonny with the spin. Casper's deflection. Not far enough away from Lincoln. And dealt with well by the Wanderers. Janssen Bente Janssen cutting inside. We've seen this before. Just missing the frame of goal this time. Eunice. Chisari. Eunice again, finding space. Talia Eunice looking to lift it to the back post. Harrison on the volley. Headed away by Varley. Here come the Wanderers, and Saad creeping up in behind and almost winning out against Woods. Not sure Woods knew how close she was there. Again, good work from Fazari to win the ball, and now it's the Wanderers who are on the hunt. DeFazio out wide for Matos. Danica Matos, back post run! The first shot was blocked, but now it's Price who scores for the Wanderers. Could that be the winner to break the 8-game winless run? The Western Sydney Wanderers take the late lead. 4.5 minutes on the clock. Studer. Woods. Still Woods. Janssen. Myers. Kira Myers! Just curled wide. She's capable of that, the teenager. The Western Sydney Wanderers have done it. They break their 8-game streak without a victory. They keep their first clean sheet in 27 games, and they come to Brisbane and they defeat the team that before this round had the only perfect record. That is why we love the dub. You can never, ever write anyone off. Danica Matos was absolutely immense, finishing the game wearing the captain's armband. It was a goal to Olivia Price that was created by the endeavour of Ella Buchanan. And at full time, it is the Brisbane Roar 0, the Western Sydney Wanderers 1.
This weekend saw wins to Adelaide United, Sydney FC, Melbourne Victory and Western Sydney Wanderers. Wellington and Newcastle fought out hard-earned draws, whilst Melbourne City had the bye. After 3 rounds, Melbourne Victory and Brisbane sit at the top of the table with 2 wins apiece, with Sydney FC, Melbourne City, Newcastle and Adelaide rounding out the 6. The Wanderers' late goal sees them jump from the bottom, with Canberra and Wellington still looking for their first victory. Join us next week as we bring you another action-packed round of matches, headlined by Sydney FC versus Central Coast Mariners. Catch you then.